It will be an unforgettable journey that will change everyone's lives, because it changed mine too. Join my team of traders. High possibility of transactions, profitable signals, and of course, personal training. Start change your life right now. The community of traders is waiting for you. Link in the description. Hello trader, my name is Sabrina and I welcome you on my YouTube channel where I'm talking with you about binary options trading. And of course, maybe one day you will wonder about how can I be trader? I don't have a large screen in front of my eyes, I have only a phone or something like this. And today I'll show you very easy, and that is more important, very profitable strategy where you don't need a laptop or a computer. You need any device you want, and you can start trading from any point of the world. I think now we can start. From above you can see the currency pair that I picked up in advance. The starting balance for today will be $1,200 and amount to make the deals will be $100, and I'll conduct the first transactions on a 5-minute time frame. And let's move on to the first currency pair. A great currency pair to start with, and immediately we open a deal to lower the price. And first of all, I pay attention to the alligator indicator. 2 of its 3 lines have already crossed. It's just a matter of time for you when all the 3 cross. Moreover, all the indicator lines are directed downwards, which indicates a downward price movement. If you continue all these lines, it will be noticeable that on top of all the crossed lines will be a blue one. The second indicator for today will be the DeMarker indicator. Right now it's in the middle area between 2 zones and is already pointing down. This also tells us about a price reduction. Let's take a closer look at the alligator indicator, as it's one of the most popular indicators among traders. The alligator is a technical indicator, is a combination of balanced lines, moving averages using fractal geometry and nonlinear dynamics. His blue line, the alligator's jaw, is the balanced line of the time period that was used to plot the graph. 13 periods smooth the moving average, moving 8 bars into the future. His red line, also called alligator teeth, is the balance line for a significant time period at order of magnitude lower. 8 period moving averages shifted 5 bars into the future. His green line, the alligator's lips, is the balance line for a significant time period that is 1 order of magnitude lower. A 5-period moving average shifted by 3 bars into the future, and the lips, teeth, and jaw of the alligator show interactions of equal time period. Since the trend in the market can be identified only 15-30% of the time, it's necessary to follow the trend and not work in market that changes only within certain price period. When the jaws, teeth, and lips are closed and intertwined, the alligator is going to sleep or is already asleep. When he sleeps, his hunger increases, and the longer he sleeps, then hungrier he will be when he wakes up. When he wakes up, the first thing he does is open his mouth and start yawning. When he begins to smell food and begins to hunt for it, When he gets full, he loses interest in food, that is, in the price. The balance line coverages his points. This is the time for profit taking. Well, now from theory to practice, as I explained earlier about the situation in which we opened up. Because at this time interval, we observe the situation of crossing alligator lines. Thus, a blue line appears on top, which indicates a decrease in price, and additional signals in the direction of the moving averages. They're all directed downwards, which also tells us the price decline. It's also very profitable to open when we see something similar to what we previous on this currency pair. When all of these lines diverge, one of them is at the top. In our case, it's green. We were opening somewhere in this interval. This situation would be similar to one we're in now. The lines intersect and there is a blue line on top. This indicates a decrease in price. Let's get back to our deal. And I also want to remind you that in my Telegram channel you can find free signals for trading binary options. A lot of people have already written me in private messages and talks about how they raised 5,000 or more from only 200s. For these, they express their great gratitude to me, and you can be the next grateful and go through the parcels in the descriptions and become part of my team. And the deal closes in plus. The profit is $189. And we're moving on to the next currency pair. And first of all, I want to reduce my time frame to 4 minutes. Second of all, I want to open a deal to increase the price. And now I will explain you the principle of opening this transaction. We already know how the alligator indicator works, so now we already understand that all the lines are directed independently of each other and they do not intersect. This is a green line on the top which tells us about potential increase in price. As a plus, the direction of these lines plays here. And they're all directed forwards, which also tells us about the price increase. Let's take a look to the DeMarker. Now it has touched the upward area. Accordingly, here it is about to break through it. This also tells us about an increase in the price, and let's focus on it in more detail. The DeMarker indicator is an oscillator that shows upward and upsold conditions in the market. It compares the most recent maximums and minimum prices with the equivalent price of the previous period, measuring the amount of the underlying asset. The indicator readings fluctuate within the range between levels from 0 to 100. The indicator is considered ahead because the signal predicts the inevitable trend changes. This indicator is commonly used to determine price depletion and identify market peaks and troughs, as well as assess risk levels. Although the DeMarker indicator was originally created taking into account daily time frames, it can be applied to any time frame, because it's based on relative price data. Unlike the relative strength index, that is the RSI, which is perhaps the most famous oscillator, the DeMarker indicator focused on intra-period highs and lows, and not on closing levels. Now, of its main advantages is that, like the RSI, it's less susceptible of distortion, similar to those observed in other indicators, such as an indicator of the rate of price changes, in which unstable price movements can cause sudden shifts in the momentum line. Even the current price hasn't changed much. Well, now let's show in more detail in practice how to use it. As I said earlier, the DeMarker indicator is very similar to the RSI indicator. Here we also see overbought area and the oversold area. Breaking through which the price reversal occurs. For example, when we notice that the indicator is overbought and is currently pointing upwards, based on it, we declare that the chart will go up. It will grow for some time, but after that there will be definitely a price pullback. After such manipulation, the chart always goes down, and this is our sell signal. The principle also works in the opposite direction. If we notice that the chart breaks through the oversold area, it will go down for a while, but eventually will still be in price reversal. And while I was telling you about the indicator, our deal went into the plus, and $187 is our profit. And we're moving on to the final currency pair for today. Again, first of all, we reduce the time frame so as not to waste extra time. To increase and immediately open a deal to increase the price. In the first, as usual, the locator indicator attracts attention, and we see that all the lines are directed upwards, and if we continue this line, the green line will appear on top, and this tells us about the price increase. Next, consider the DeMarker indicator. It's also directed upwards. There is nothing superfluous to even say. And let's wait to the finish. And the deal is closed in plus, and our profit is $187. And what I want to tell you in the end of this video, of course, subscribe to my Telegram and YouTube channel, because there you can find all the necessary information about trading binary options.